Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. So today I'm holding our 10-inch non-stick stainless frying pan. It's a thing of beauty, and I'm going to put it right back here because I'm preheating it. I want this to be nice and hot to sear some shrimp. Today we're going to do a toasted orzo skillet with shrimp. So orzo, if you don't know, is a type of pasta. It looks a little bit like grains of rice, and like any rice or any grain, when you toast it first, it brings out a lot of terrific flavor. So we're going to be doing that. But first I want to talk just a little bit about our line of stainless, non-stick stainless cookware. So you'll notice that this has been on this flame, which is a pretty good sized flame for now, for about 3 minutes. And this handle is still cool to the touch. That V-shaped hollow core handle is never going to get hot on the stove top. I love stainless because this allows you to develop fond, make great soups and sauces. It's great for searing. Ours is tri-clad, so we've got 2 layers of stainless steel covering an inner core of aluminum. Why aluminum? Because it's a great heat conductor. That's why we have the tri-clad. So it's a very high quality piece of cookware. Then inside, you can see this mesh of nonstick. So it gives you the best of both worlds. There's enough stainless exposed that you can really develop fond for the sauces, flavorful bits that will come up when you add liquids to the bottom of that pan. But super, super easy to clean. Certainly not like the stainless of old where you'd scrub and scour and soak, and nobody wants to do that. So I'm just going to add some avocado oil to my skillet. Just a couple of tablespoons, I guess. I don't really measure that. Avocado oil is a great high heat oil that's flavor neutral, so that's my go-to one. Plus it's very healthy, good for you. Just like olive oil. And then I've got my shrimp, and these are raw deveined, detailed shrimp, and they cook really, really fast. One of the biggest mistakes most cooks make with seafood is overcooking it. So we just want to get a sear on there, and I've just got this on my little flexible cutting mat. I'm going to use my chef tongs, spread those out. These are so great because when you hold them up like this and close them, they stay shut. So now I can put it in a drawer or in my tool turnabout, and it's going to be easily accessible without taking up a lot of space. But when you turn them upside down and give them a little squeeze, well, they open right up. So these are going to sear for just about 2 or 3 minutes per side, probably more like 2 because these are not very big shrimp. You'll see them start to lose their opaque color, and that means they're cooked. The second they're opaque, they are cooked. And once they're seared, we're going to take them out to do the remainder of the cooking so we don't overcook them. So I've already prepped everything here. Now, my recipe called for frozen peas, which I really just don't like, to tell you the truth. I like fresh new peas. But I had some asparagus, some fresh asparagus on hand, so I just diced that into little chunks. One small onion, and I've got a couple of cloves of garlic that are going to pop in there. A little butter. Butter is always great to finish things. Gives it a great little touch of richness. And of course some chicken broth that's going to cook everything. This is going to be a 2-part video, so at the end I'm going to be adding some fresh lemon juice as well as some fresh Parmesan cheese. So we're going to get the best of a lot of worlds here with fresh pops of flavor. The one thing I don't have that I wish I did was some fresh parsley to sprinkle on top when it's done, but oh well, we'll live without it, right? Look at those, don't they just look beautiful? And I just buy these frozen at the grocery store. You know, if you happen to live somewhere where you can go to the market and buy them fresh, that's great. But here in the Midwest, fresh seafood really isn't a thing. We're not that blessed. So those are getting to where they're just about ready to rock and roll. And I'm going to grab my large serving spatula. This is a real crowd favorite, you guys. See those beveled edges? not just at the front, but on the sides too, so you can get under things this way, and this way. And look at me in this skillet with nonstick coating with a metal utensil. Yeah, it's okay to use them in here. So we're just gonna pop those out. Didn't take long. I have customers who love this spatula for getting cookies off the cookie sheet because it's nice and big and they don't flop over the edges, and so it works really well for that. Okay, just stop it. Okay, so I'm just getting the hang of, I can only do 6 minutes at a time, so pardon the amateurishness, but that's what I am as an amateur, so you just gotta live with it, right? All right, so now I'm going to just pop some butter in my skillet and get that melted. That's just our skinny mini silicone. These you can use in your cookware. All the different sizes. They're heat safe, up to 650 degrees, so you know they're gonna be good for you. And then we're going to press our garlic into the skillet with our garlic press. Notice I did not peel the clove of garlic. Use the little tool that comes with to scrape that off. And then this part just goes in the trash. There is 0 substitutes for fresh garlic, y'all. Nothing tastes as good, for sure. And then this just goes right on in your dishwasher. And we are also going to add our onions. And just saute that all in our butter so it gets nice and opaque. And you notice that the butter is bringing up the little bits of the seasoning that was on the shrimp. By the way, I seasoned the shrimp, I forgot to mention, with our lemon pepper seasoning. All of our seasonings are gluten-free, MSG-free. They're just packed with lots of fantastic flavor. So we're gonna let that just simmer for a minute or two. While that's simmering, let me tell you a little bit about these measuring cups. This is a part of the Easy Read measuring cup set. There's also a 4-cup one, which is missing. These are designed to measure liquids, and they do it beautifully because when you don't have to get down and look sideways to make sure you have a level measure. You can just look right down at the front of the cup, if you want to zoom in there, and see that I have 1 3/4 cup of broth, and so they're just perfect for that. They're also microwave safe. I end up using these as a little bowl for a lot of things. I might need to melt some butter or mix something up, so I just grab these little things all the time and use them for tons of stuff. So, you know, I'm not a perfect chef, I'm a pampered chef, so I'm gonna read my recipe here. Okay, so now we're gonna add the orzo. I love Italian food. I could eat Italian several times a night. Pasta is my downfall. I'd choose pasta over rice or potatoes pretty much any day. And we're just gonna let that toast now for about 3 minutes. So I'm gonna come back once that's toasted. We just add the remaining vegetables and broth. We're gonna let that simmer for a few minutes. I'll come back when that part's done and show you the finishing steps. So here's the toasted orzo, looking just delicious, and you should smell what I'm smelling. All right, so we're back. You can see that the orzo has absorbed all the liquid and it has that nice golden color because it's toasted first. We're gonna add back in our tasty shrimp. And again, I'll just get my tongs to get everything kind of mixed up there. Oh, it just smells so great. You should just be where I am. Smell-o-vision, that's what we need. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my lemon and using our citrus press, which is, this is top drawer material. I'll take you on a tour of my top drawer. That's where the things are that I use a lot. And again, just like fresh garlic, there is no substitute for the pop and zing of fresh lemon. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And you can see that it just turns that lemon exactly inside out. So how awesome is that, right? Then now let's go ahead and toss that together a little bit. That's going to really add some bright flavor to this dish. And the final touch is fresh Parmesan cheese. You guys, don't ever buy that stuff in the green can that you shake out, because most of it's really not even Parmesan cheese. It's the cellulose they add to keep it from caking and keeping it dry and shakeable. Nothing compares to this. Now this is actually our zester, and it is fantastic for zesting any kind of citrus fruit, but it's also perfect for hard cheeses. I even put this on the table just to serve over pasta. Oh man, what do you think? There it is, the final product. I'll be posting the recipe, so if you want to try this at home, you sure can.